trust to educate properly those students. How can you explain to me how are you a good representative of the population of this township?
Thank you. The answer to your question is that...
I'm sorry.
The answer to your question is that not just parents vote on the school budgets, but all registered voters in our town. And they overwhelmingly came out and said no to our budget. We have to respect what they said. We are bound by what they said. And the mayors of the towns all got together, told us how much we had to or their committees, right, got together, told us how much we had to further cut from that budget. We don't get a blank check. So those same people, a lot of those same people came out and said no to our budget.
So how do you explain to me you're serving those people when they don't know that we are contributing to our medical? How are you informing the people of this township of what we are really doing? You're not doing your job because you're making them believe that we are not paying our duties to medical.
I don't think that she said that we are making anyone believe anything different, but this is a great opportunity for people to find out what the facts are. So thank you for bringing that up.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Christopher Kling, West Morris Regional. My question really relates back to what Maria brought up. I didn't realize she was going to ask that, but what efforts and plans do we have underway to communicate with the citizens of our communities, especially the non-parents, to pass the budget this week?
We're working on that, and we're working on the whole budget process. Bob Thomas is here. He's going to report, and that will start, hopefully, to start educating people as to what the budget process is. We have open public finance committee meetings. We had one last week. Last Tuesday. There's another one next week. Another one next week at Mendham High School. And we welcome people to come and see what goes into crafting the budget. And then, come election time, we usually have a couple of presentations of the budget at board meetings and at each school to help inform people. And we go to all of the town councils and to all of them. So anybody who's at a township committee meeting or a borough council meeting will also have an opportunity to see what goes into our budget, ask questions, and get informed.
Did we send a newsletter or a flyer to every citizen of the township to vote?
We used to, but that was a victim to budget cuts. We do put information on our website.
Might be a problem.
Put information on the website, and usually the Gil and the building principal, sometimes will send out an email telling people to look at the website, so they can't, they can't go out and say look at the website.
Do we know how many hits we get on the website in a week, average week?
I have no idea, but I can certainly find out.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Can I give somebody else a chance behind you?
Carol Brady, Mendham. I attended a meeting last year. I don't know how many, weren't very many teachers. There were a lot of parents prior to the budget. I don't know if anyone remembers it. And I don't know if it came out about the contribution to medical, but really the teachers did not say anything at that time. It was prior to the budget, and there were a lot of angry parents. I stood up at that time and tried to do a little bit of education because I do attend all these meetings and feel very passionate about passing things, but it didn't pass. And contrary to all of you sitting here, there's not a good feeling out there in the community in Mendham and Central. There's no back to school night. The teachers gave, I understand, but now when you pull that back and you're 1 day a week and your kid might not be able to get there that day or this and that, and people are having to do other things, it's not a good feeling. So I urge you, I know Mr. Hamlin came to our meeting, Mr. Gafredo. I urge you to work to pass the budget. That'll help a lot in keeping everybody up. I go to all these meetings and I can say I don't think anybody would want to lose one person. Nobody does. I mean, we need more. but we got to work together. So just more information on your plight, more information to help the parents want to fast, and maybe think about having, maybe you don't call it a back-to-school night, but a something where put your faces out there and let's work together.
Carol, can you address the superintendent?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I just think we need to get board, parents, and teachers all try to pass the budget.
Thank you very much.
Other than the newspaper and the internet and our webpage, what else
Can you
is...
state your name and
Oh,
company?
sorry, Patrick Coltrane, special teacher here at Central. Other than the newspaper and the district's webpage, is there any other way that we communicate with the community that meetings are coming up and financial and open meetings are coming up? Have we used the Honeywell instant alert system to send mass messages to the people in the town, other than snow closings or delays, to announce that special meetings are coming up for them to be able to attend? They do that in my hometown, so it really alerts us to things that are coming up. So the more that we get that information to them, the more responsive we get.
I think we use email blasts for some information like that. We use Honeywell just for emergency situations.
Well, when I get a text from Honeywell on my phone telling you there's an upcoming budget meeting, it means more to me than an email that I might not get for 2 days. So it's an option that I think that could be looked at.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions or comments?
Jean Kruger, Long Valley. I had read the paper about the solar panels that you're putting on the school, and I thought that was a very good idea. And I was just wondering what other things we can do to, get rid of some of the other expenses besides the teachers to maybe help save other things.
First, we're not trying to get rid of teachers, please.
Okay.
And second, yes, the solar panels are great, and what was even better about them is we don't have to pay for them. That's a Morris County initiative, and they're using our roof, and we will have the benefit of reduced power rates.
Which is great.
So that's a win-win for us. And we continue to explore other options. We're in the process of continuing to do some other energy initiatives that we'll talk about later in the meeting that will hopefully continue to reduce our energy costs. We have, Jackie, what is it? 10% of our budget is discretionary, that we don't have, it's non-contractual.
10% of our budget is discretionary, so there's only so much we can save. I mean, utilities, thank God with the solar panels, we should be able to save something, because normally you can't make a savings there, especially when the rates go up.
Yeah.
We have no control over that.
Well, that's good, that's good. And is there any other options, not just energy-wise, of things we can do to consolidate with maybe other people for something, or other towns, or anything that we can help the schools with to cut down on other costs?
Washington Township has a green committee, and we've been invited to participate in that. We're also exploring other ways to share services with all of our towns. Thank you. Yes, Eugene?
I'm Laura Gleason. I'm one of the guidance officers at West Morris Regional. There's a lot of people here tonight, a lot of teachers, a lot of faculty people, as well as a lot of parents. And I've been sitting here listening, and negotiations, this is our second year, as we all know, without a contract. So negotiations have been going on for quite some time. Before we leave this meeting tonight, can you please, in very simple terms, but very concise, specific terms, outline what has been agreed upon so far in the negotiations and what is still in contention, so that we all know what's going on exactly?
No, unfortunately. The short answer is that's not possible to do without undermining the negotiations process.
Is it secretive?
When you negotiate, if you go out and go behind your partner back, in any dealing, you're really undercutting yourself. And so neither side has any intention of undermining the progress that was made by discussing in public where each side stands.
The public is here. The public doesn't have a right to know what is still in contention, what is still in question and why we can't come to an agreement?
Again, if we, excuse me, if we started talking about all of that in public, it would undermine the process. I'm sorry, I can't be more direct on that. Yeah.
Bruce Tatterka, I'm a teacher at Mendham High School. I'm also a 19-year resident of Chester Township, Mendham Township. Also the parent of a graduate of Mendham High School. In fact, my daughter Maddie sat on this board right where Mr. Durkin is sitting right now. And my wife was also elected to 2 terms on the Chester School Board. In fact, Mr. Johnson, I think she served on the Chester School Board with you. Is that not right?
No, after.
Oh, she was after you. Okay. But when you talk about financial constraints and having to run the district like a business, I can appreciate that. I've got different perspectives on this. But I think what needs to be done, in the perspective I don't really understand, is why these negotiations are taking so long. They don't need to be, you're talking about a schedule of months and months and months now. So I understand and I can appreciate the financial constraints you're under, but I would urge you, for the benefits of the faculty, my colleagues at Mendham and Central, for the community, and especially for the students, to get this process done quickly. You don't need to wait. It doesn't need to drag out that long. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce.